All right, well, thanks everybody for joining us today. We're doing a demonstration of the Leadmaster integration with 3CLogic. Here's our agenda. I'm going to start by giving a quick company overview and then a brief demonstration of the Leadmaster system. Then we'll have an overview of the 3CLogic company and a demonstration of 3CLogic. We'll finish up with some Q&A. Leadmaster has been in business since 1998. We're celebrating our 16th year. We have representatives and customers around the world. It's a 24/7 system. It's an all-in-one solution. And so it encompasses CRM, keeping a journal of all the activities with your contacts and customers, lead management, doing lead tracking, lead scoring, lead aging, email marketing. You get 10,000 free emails every month. You get individual emails. You get bulk email, lead nurturing, campaign management. Things like, how much did that lead cost me? And what did I sell as a result of that campaign? Marketing automation to try and automate some of the things that you do on a regular basis. Sales quota management, commission tracking, opportunity management, quotes and quote management, website landing and landing page integration. So let's take a quick look at the solution. Okay, I'm just going to take a few minutes to show you Leadmaster. I'll walk you through some of the menus and tell you what you see here on the home page. So this is the information center. This is customizable. It's basically an HTML page. So if you have dynamic content, like maybe a news feed or something, you could put in there to do that. You also have customizable dashboards. The dashboards are by user. You can also have a global dashboard so that you can share information throughout the company. And, of course, there's help videos here to help you understand how to use the system. Over here on the left-hand side, we have the quick search. And this is just a very quick and easy way to allow you to find information in the system. There's an extensive search engine over here that allows you to search on virtually every field available. Here's your calendar. When you mouse over, it'll give you a preview of what you have scheduled for that day. So if you just want to see, someone gets you on the phone and says, what's it look like for you on Saturday, March 29th? Here we have a series of accordions. Your appointments and callbacks are listed here. Leads. You can have saved searches, so if you search for something on a regular basis, you can search. You can save that and pull that up very quickly. Reports and charts. For charts that don't require access in a dashboard, but you want to save them, you can save those here. And then recent items takes you back to what you had been looking at previously. So let's just take a real quick look through the menus. These are your accounts. This is a customizable view. So if I want to change that view, I just come up here and say change view. So I'll take a look here. Here's the call team view. And so this shows me which people are working on the records. I can dive into one of these records to take a look at the content just by clicking on it. You can turn each of these sections on and off. What I'm looking at here is just a very quick account snapshot with the company name, the contact, a phone number, email, marketing campaign. This shows me my lead sales stage. I can go ahead and adjust that if I want to take a look at the lead status. It shows me where I am in either the sales stage or the lead progress. These are quick actions. These can be customized. So, for example, let's say that I wanted to add a callback for tomorrow. I can do that by simply clicking a checkbox and clicking Update the Record. It'll add a callback to the record. It will. So here's my callback for tomorrow. It will add a note in my journal right here that I have a callback. Some of the other things that you'll find on this page, additional contacts. You can have as many contacts as you want. Custom forms. This is a page that allows you to add any field you want to the Leadmaster system. The assignment, who is this assigned to, your profile summary, things like your lead status, your lead score, etc. Sales opportunities. Leadmaster keeps track of sales opportunities. Here's your quotes, any attached files. This is great if you sign a contract or someone sends you a fax, you can attach it. You can have inline forms with customizable fields. And finally, another comment section. Again, all those can be turned on or off. Contacts is the same thing as accounts. So it depends upon whether you're B2B or B2C. you can turn on accounts, turn off accounts, turn on contacts, turn off contacts. Reports, there are a number of built-in reports, and in fact, those charts that you saw on the dashboard were generated by using one of the built-in reports. I'll just click the lead status, click Go. To save a chart to the dashboard, all you do is just click Save Chart to Dashboard. You can also create a shortcut to it that will appear in the accordion on the left-hand side. You can email that report. The library is like Dropbox. It is a private area where you can put documents that you can have easy access to from sending an email, and you can also assign people privileges so they can or cannot have access to those documents. Adding records and leads, we can add them one at a time, we can import them, we can update existing records, etc. Campaigns, we do marketing campaigns, email campaigns, and lead nurturing campaigns here. And, for example, email campaigns, very straightforward to do an email campaign. Launch an email campaign, everything's on a single page, top to bottom. All you do is just follow the numbers. I'll walk you through it very briefly here to do an email campaign. Number 1, enter a name for the campaign right here. Number 2, who are you going to send it to? Click Select Records, and it opens the search engine so you can search and say who you're going to send it to. Number 3, when do you want to do it? Now or later. If you click later, pick a date. Number 4, are you using an email template? Click here and you can select an email template. You don't have to, but it's a nice way to have a professional-looking email go out. Number 5, what do you want to say in the email? And this is nice because you can insert merge fields from the database. There are a number of categories. I'm going to choose contact as one of them. And so, for example, if I wanted to put their first name in the subject, hello, they insert first name. When this email goes out, it'll substitute contact first name for the first name on the record. And I can do the same thing here in the email itself. Insert a merge field there, hello, first name. And as you can see, there are a lot of fields to choose from. That's just the contact category. There are a number of them. Number 6, sign the email message. Who's it coming from? Number 7, you want to send yourself a test message. Always a good idea. Number 8, you want to log this in the contact record. If you do, you'll be able to go back and see what you've sent them. And finally, click Send. The calendar, there are 2 calendars here. There's a single calendar for you, and there's also a group calendar. The group calendar shows you everyone that's inside the system, and your calendar is just a personal calendar. The calendar also synchronizes with Outlook and Google Calendar. And finally, admin, this is how you add users and set up users, hierarchy, you know, account reps, sales managers, and things like that. So with that, let me turn it over to Derek.
Excellent. So thanks, Andy, for turning things over, and thanks for sharing what Leadmaster has to offer. Sounds like a powerful offer, and we're excited, obviously, with our partnership and, our current clients who use a 3CLogic Leadmaster solution together, kind of harnessing the power of the CRM system as well as our call center software application. Just so we can have kind of a general idea of what we're looking to do today, we're really kind of doing the agenda from, just doing a little bit of background on 3CLogic for a quick 5 minutes to kind of see, just a little bit about who we are and where we came from. And then we're really going to jump into, what it's like to be a user within the system, and we will spend a few minutes going over some administrative things like reports, live dashboards, IVR builders, and kind of all that neat stuff on the back end as well. And then as Andy mentioned earlier, we'll turn things over to questions at that point. 3CLogic at a glance, though, was established back in 2005. We've been based in Rockville, Maryland that entire time. Our corporate offices, but more importantly, our support center are based right here in Rockville, Maryland. We actually don't outsource our support to anywhere else in the world. Not that we have a problem with that, it's just something we've decided not to do as a company. That's not to say that we don't have a global reach. We do have an innovation center in Noida, India, as well as an operations headquarters in Singapore. And both of these offices really focus on our product and supporting our Asia-Pacific clientele. We operate in over 20 industries. We have 4 options in regards to our deployment. But about 95% of our client base does decide to launch in the public cloud, and that is the Amazon cloud. And the reason they do that is so they can have 100% uptime. 3CLogic has kind of a market-leading VTag technology, in which we have built a distributed architecture, so we are able to offer 100% uptime. We do, obviously have a great integration with Leadmaster and the 3CL Foundation. of which we're able to provide free software for nonprofits. This slide is really going to reiterate everything I kind of just said. Of course, we have quarterly upgrades where we add new features and functionality into the system. We do have 24/7 support, customer advisory council, multilingual sales and support staff. And as I mentioned earlier, we partner with some of the largest infrastructure providers in the marketplace today, to help bolster our solution. We are infrastructure agnostic, though, so despite the carrier or the provider, we can go with anyone. We choose to go with Amazon just due to they are the world's largest and most secure cloud network. And the Tata Communications runs most of our traffic, mostly because they provide a very competitive rate and superior voice quality, as well as handling about 19% of the world's voice over IP traffic. Just as obviously as we've mentioned already, all you need to use the system is a headset, a PC, and a broadband internet connection. And then obviously you can use the system. So you can have supervisors anywhere, remote agents, and there is no upfront investment in regards to hardware that you may need to have on your premise. 3CLogic though was not created overnight. We were founded back in 2005, launched in 2007, and didn't really have our first success until 2008 when we picked up GM and Capital One into the client base. In 2009 is what we really kind of consider the renaissance of 3CLogic. And that's when we did come out with VTag. VTag stands for our Virtual Telephony Application Grid. What this really means is that the larger your user base becomes, the more stable the solution becomes. And this is how we're able to garner 100% uptime. We do host your call center in geographically redundant locations. So that might be Reston, Virginia, and Seattle, Washington. If one location was to go down, I would automatically roll over to the next location. So it's a very cool thing. It happens within 30 seconds. Other notable dates is 2010 when we centralized all our support. 2012, we had added text, chat, email, and broadcast into the solution. And 2013 is actually when we kind of ponied up and came out with the 100% uptime guarantee. Just a little bit more about VTag in regards to how we've architectured ourselves. The reason we're able to kind of do this 100% uptime guarantee is we're able to push the call directly from here, the user, directly in the network. The cloud was never meant to handle call media, and that's why we've decided to push it directly from your PC into the network. So nothing centralized. There is no single choke point within the system. I've mentioned that we do have a global network, so wherever your reps are, wherever you are, it does not matter. But at the end of the day, 3CLogic was really founded on kind of 4 capabilities. Flexibility, not only in capacity, but financial commitment. This is a truly SaaS solution. You can run it as a month-to-month contract. The second one is our ongoing innovation. This is our quarterly upgrade. Our average user launches in less than 12 business days, including a full third-party integration. The third is low cost, low complexity, not just for the user but also for the administrator. The next one is that we are always on availability. This is our 100% uptime guarantee, as well as proven security. We do provide you one of the most secure cloud networks available within Amazon. So that really is just kind of 3CLogic as a snapshot. We can answer questions more on a company-by-company basis at the end of the presentation, but what I would really like to do is get into the solution itself. Andy, if you could let me know when you can see kind of a large pie chart. And
I can see the large pie chart.
This is the 3CLogic user interface. This is where your rep is already logged in with their username and password. Once they do log in with their username and password, they're going to be presented with this screen. And they'll know right off the bat which projects and campaigns they're assigned to, because when they logged in, that would become apparent from them. They'll also see some basic stats down here in regards to what projects they are assigned to and their current performance. They'll see some basic attributes performances here, as well as be able to, of course, adjust their microphone, speaker, ringer, volume, all of that. What's going to be key, though, for a rep, though, is they're going to come up here to the top left-hand corner, and they're going to mark themselves as available. Once you mark yourself as available as a rep, the system is then going to begin dialing for you or enter you into inbound call queues. 3CLogic is a completely blended environment. If we were to connect to a call, the following screen would pop for us. So we'd have this information right here, and this information would pop up all the information that we've connected to through the DID, or the unique identifier, which in this case is the telephone number that you see here. So we can see that, we've connected with myself on my personal line within the Leadmaster system. So we can do all of the kind of neat and cool things that Andy showed us earlier. But what we're doing is that we're able to provide you with, not only the power dialing, the predictive dialing, the inbound call queuing, the lead recognition, the lead waiting. We'll be able to combine all that information that we gather on calls, such as who called, when we called, the disposition, and then use all those recycling policies to push back and forth so that you can use things such as single dispositioning. So you could say, answer machine. That would schedule a call for a call within 3CLogic to pop the Leadmaster record in, say 2 days and give it a call back. That information will also be stored down there at a certain day or time as well. If you see down here, it will push all of the information as well. You'll have all your standard telephony controls right on the system, so you can, conference people in. You'll have transfer capabilities as well. You'll even have the ability to email from 3CLogic, which is going to be kind of a redundant feature. You'll have other capabilities like 100% call recording. We can save these call recordings directly into Leadmaster, so if you are reviewing on a different device later, you can then get a refresher on what your last conversation was about. What's going to be key for any contact record within the system, inbound or outbound, is that you disposition it. This is what allows you to be re-entered into different inbound call queues or to begin to dial again, either inbound or outbound. We can add click to call, of course. You'll have a manual dial pad up here in the top right-hand corner. You'll also have a contacts window where you can call and chat with your managers, administrators, or if you're allowed to, with other reps. Another cool thing about this is as an administrator or manager, you're able to barge in on your reps. I've already mentioned that we do have 100% call recording, but what's nice is that you can use barge in as a kind of a quality management tool, as well as then take it one step further and use Whisper, which is where you can speak to the rep without the prospect or client hearing. So also a good coaching tool. You'll of course have an active call window. You can call and chat. You'll also have the ability to end calls, all of your standard telephonic controls. You'll be able to manage inbound queues. You can see live history as well. This history is also going to be tagged into the system as well. As you can see, as I kind of move about the system is very flexible. So if you say one window is not particularly valuable for you, you can get rid of it. You can customize the layout. When you do sign up with 3CLogic, you do get your own project manager who helps with your onboarding process. It really kind of teaches you not only from a 3CLogic perspective, but handles the integration and really the entire onboarding from agent training to administrative training. We'll have all kind of those neat tools in regards to caller ID masking, basic time tracking in regards to managing your workforce. You can customize the screen, all of those details. But really, as an overall sense, what we're doing is we're harnessing all the power that Leadmaster already gives you, and then adding telephone and chat with all the kind of dialing modes, inbound calling features, reports, recording, all of that into one single windowed application. So that's really where we find the value, and people are using enjoy the solution, find the value today. I'm going to kind of hold off on questions in regards to the agent interface right now. I'm just going to kind of hop over to the administrative interface. The admin interface is able to be accessed through any web browser. One of the most popular features of the administrative browser is the live dashboard. We give you 8 live dashboards, everything from your supervisor dashboard where you can see how many calls, who's calling, what the average times are, what the dispositions are, total calls, what are dispositions in regards to this, agent performance. It will also give you a very robust reporting portal. We give you 2 options in regards to what you can do with reports. You can do obviously customizable reports where you select a project or a campaign, a time frame that you'd like to see, dispositions. You can customize all the report from source, skill that it went to, such as skill-based routing that you may have built into the system, so the best leads go to the best reps, or the highest priority clients go to the most senior support engineer, whatever it may be. We can then also select different lead columns, such as first name, last name, whatever, mobile phone, time zone, so we can get even more information on the individual. Once we get that information, all we need to do is push get report. all of our reports are being able to be exported via CSV files, so you can manipulate them and build graphs within Excel. So you can see on just this mock report, you can see time of call, project, agent, all of the durations, the disposition, the call, as well as all of the information that you might have gathered within the system as well. So all kinds of valuable information there as well. You'll have standard reports. We give you over 25 canned options in regards to reporting. So this could be, agent performance, project performance, all of that kind of really great detail in regards to how you want to handle that. Same thing goes for workforce management, project reports. You'll have a report scheduler, so you don't have to log in and run all these reports every time. What you can do is just have them scheduled to be emailed to you, the rep, or whoever else within your organization that needs it. Moving on from there, though, we're really going to be kind of taking a look. We could spend hours going over all the bells and whistles within the system, but just to go into kind of some of the project configurations and those details, just want to take a kind of a quick trip there in regards to how easy it is to configure a project, assign reps, assign, release. We do have agent scripting. You can customize those dispositions that I mentioned earlier, as well as determine your general policy. So you do want to record all the calls. The mode of dialing, which I want to do, we do have fixed ratio, predictive, preview, progressive, as well. You can determine the times. You'll have answering machine detection so that you don't waste time leaving answering machines. You can do email templates. I mentioned skill groups earlier, but one of my favorite things that obviously we can't spend too much time on is just going over just basic IVR builders and this kind of cool GUI interface in regards to how you can build out your IVR for your organization. You have multiple IVRs for multiple campaigns and projects. So you press one, transfer to an agent. You can go to advanced and then start queuing out external numbers. So if it doesn't reach you on your PC, it will forward to your cell phone, whatever it may be. We do have a number of different social media integrations as well, time zone detection, but really in an overall sense, the administrative as well as the agent interface are very user friendly and simple. But really, I'd like to turn everything over, Andy, back to you so we can kind of do a Q&A, unless there's something specific that someone's mentioned that they'd really like to see either on the agent or the administrative side.
Yeah, Derek, a question about how long does it take to integrate with Leadmaster?
Our average integration at this point is about 11 business days.
Okay.
Obviously some timelines are longer and shorter depending on a number of different variables.
Okay, and then second of all, in terms of carriers, if somebody has their own carrier, do they have to switch to something that you provide, or can they go elsewhere?
3CLogic does, based on your size and kind of where you need to be on your rate deck. We partner with 7 different carriers to provide obviously the best rates and the best quality of service. If you do have a vendor who's been handling your voice over IP traffic that you prefer, we can always integrate with them, and that that is something we are as they say, carrier agnostic.
And then finally, let's say we sign up for 75 seats, but we're a seasonal contact center, and maybe in the summertime we don't use all 75, we use 50. Are we charged for the other 25, or how does it work? Prorated?
Yeah,
or?
well, David, it is a truly SaaS model, so you can scale up and scale down based only on your usage and what you need, so you don't ever pay for what you don't.
Great. Okay, that's all we have here.
We had one question come in over here. Is there any size company that's too small for 3CLogic?
No, you can do as as small as 1 user. Usually 3CLogic is users are between the average 3CLogic user at this point, I believe, is 42 licenses. But we handle everyone from 2 licenses up to 1,000 and beyond, obviously. But
okay. I don't see any other questions. So that'll do it for today. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, David. Thank you, Derek.
Thanks so much.
thanks, Andy.
Guys.